This is the Good Neighbor Podcast, the place where local businesses and neighbors come together. Here's your host, Deshay Renee Motley.
Welcome to the Good Neighbor Podcast Live. Are you in need of a catering company? One might be closer than you think. Today, I have the pleasure of introducing Chef El the Genius with Crown and Crave Catering. Chef El the Genius, how's it going?
It's going great. How's it going?
I'm doing wonderful. We're
Awesome.
all excited to learn about you and your business. So tell us a little bit about your company.
So, Crown and Crave Catering is more than a traditional catering company. We do customized, tailored experiences. So, by that I mean not only do we provide Michelin star level food and treats, but we're that come with cocktail pairings and all that good stuff. We're also providing unique venues, unique entertainment, and just an overall cultural experience that celebrates elevated soul food and the culture of the South that we've kind of derived our food taste from. So generally, you're looking at a unique experience every single time. I like to say it's a river you can't step into twice. So the venue changes, the menu changes, the entertainment changes, but what never changes is the commitment to excellence and a fantastic product and a unique experience. Great for like anniversaries, date nights, stuff like that.
Those are all very insightful things and a great overview. I'd love to learn how it all began. So, what inspired you to get into this business?
So my business partner, Shay the Cake Fairy, she's also been on the podcast from Creamy Cake Creations. We went to Tampa, Florida for her 40th birthday. Uh, um, I meant 21st birthday because I'm getting in trouble for telling her age. But we went to Tampa for her birthday and went to Rooster and Till, which is a wonderful Michelin star restaurant. And as we were eating it, we were just talking about how great this would be if we could bring this back to Houston, where we're from. This kind of experience, like people who have never had this, and this, it would be great. And I was like, well, I've been a chef for 15 years. I can cook that way. I just never had an occasion to cook on that French, culinary style, high level cooking. And it's mostly because I never was interested in that type of cuisine specifically. And so while we're sitting there enjoying this great meal, we were like brainstorming. We're like, what if we took the techniques that they're using and applied it to soul food? And she has the best bakery in Houston, so the desserts were already going to be top notch. So by having those two elements, we were like, well, what's the draw then? How do we bring people in to try this food? There's 9,000 restaurants. Houston is the culinary capital of the world. I was like, well, let's not focus on just food. Let's create an experience. What's something we would like to go to that we don't that's not available? And so the idea was to elevate soul food, elevate the experience, and create a unique environment that you can't get anywhere else. And now we're Crown and Crave.
I always enjoy hearing those journeys. That does bring me to another question. If you could clear up one misconception, what would it be?
Ooh, the misconception that most people have is that catering is easy. um, because everybody cooks. It's one of those. There are a few jobs where everybody has some level of experience in it because it's a life skill. But to execute on for instance, one of the dishes that was one of my signature dishes is a ube potato mousseline, basically a purple Japanese potato foam. Well, that everybody's made mashed potatoes. To make those potatoes takes about 4 hours. Because it's first of all you have to import the potatoes from Japan. Then you've got to break them down. You've got to reconstitute the potatoes. Basically, you got potato essence and creating a meringue out of them. It's not something that you would do on a regular day at home, and it's wildly expensive. It's so when people go to a restaurant, they're like, oh yeah, I've had potatoes. I can do this. It's not as easy as it looks. And so I think that we don't view cooking as the art form that it truly is.
I really love that perspective. And we know marketing is the heart of every business. So,
Absolutely.
what works best for attracting your audience and your new customers?
Well, in that particular space, we're kind of unique because our experience is very limited. So it's a once a month event. Um, we curate the venue, the entertainment, and the food, and it's limited to 50 people. So our issue is not getting people interested; it's getting enough space to put people in the space. If you take that, look at extrapolate that, you got 50 people have the opportunity to taste our food and have the experience every month. That's only 600 people a year. We're already booked out till December. Right. So it's mostly word of mouth, and we've been blessed to be a part of a coalition of Black CEOs called CEO Mode Activated. You can find that on Facebook. If you're a Black CEO, definitely join. It's a great community that is really good at bolstering each other's businesses, and we basically have been lifted by our community in a very organic way. So marketing piece we do because you got to put your name out there, but we've been very blessed that the marketing is kind of just, like I said, grassroots and organic and word of mouth.
Absolutely. Sounds like you got something that's quite exclusive, and it sounds like
Yeah.
you've built a strong reputation. So, have you ever considered starting a podcast for your business?
Not for the business, but I've thought about doing podcasts before. I just don't know how a podcast for this particular thing will work, because it's so involved. Like watching me make potatoes for 4 hours is not exactly exciting content.
I hear you. So let's switch gears a little.
Mhm.
When you're not working, what does your perfect day off look like?
Somewhere by a body of water, great cocktail, and a great cigar, and obviously great food.
Sounds very lovely. So it's always fun getting to know the person behind the business. But if listeners remember just one thing about your business, what would you want it to be?
That Crown and Crave is changing the way we approach soul food, because soul food is more than just cuisine. It actually speaks to a culture and a struggle that we overcame. It literally is the perfect metaphor for the Black experience in America. We took the scraps and the hard times that we were given as a punishment, and we turned it into something that was wonderful and vibrant and delicious. And that's a great metaphor for life. When life gives you lemons, you make lemonade, or you make a limoncello meringue pie to be more on the Crown and Crave level.
Yes, that's definitely a valuable takeaway there. And what's the best way for listeners to connect with you or learn more about your business?
You can definitely go to the website, and that's www.crownandcravecatering.com. Great pictures and videos of myself and my co-founder Shady Cake Fairy. We're on all the socials as Crown and Crave Catering, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Crown and Crave Catering everywhere. If anybody wants to follow me personally, I'm L the Genius everywhere. It's ELDAGENIUS. It's very straightforward. We would love to. We do still take some private catering appointments, but very limited because it's our clear focus is on the bigger experiences.
Absolutely. Well, Chef Elda Genius, I really appreciate you being on the show. We wish you and your business the best moving forward.
Thank you so much, Deshay. It's been my pleasure.
Thank you for listening to the Good Neighbor Podcast. To nominate your favorite local businesses to be featured on the show, go to gnphouston.com. That's gnphouston.com. Or call 346-643-4871.